jokes! But knowing that it's more of a tavern at heart, the air of it now is the real deal.
Is the food here good? Oh, and no alcohol. Puck's rules.
What? No alcohol? I'm out.
Don't worry. I'd never have a cute drunk mealy in a public setting like this.
Maybe in a private setting. Did I call you darling? I don't remember. I don't remember, so it never happened. Even though it's literally in the chat that I'm looking at, it never happened. I can't. No, I don't recall. Amelia and Rem can hold their alcohol very well. Their faces turn red and expose their cuteness right away. I never let them get carried away like that here. Oh! He's actually referencing the movie. Memory Snow. It was a ReZero Memory Snow. It was a more lighthearted ReZero thingy. Because they never actually drank in the series or in the books. But they did in the movie. That's really cool. That's nice. That's a good reference.
But wait, maybe seeing you two being so cute could melt anyone's heart? What if the surefire way to win the royal selection is...
I don't know what you're talking about. But you've got that look on your face when you have weird thoughts. Subaru is still so charming, even when he thinks about weird things.
Don't, Ram,
but
please.
while I truly wish to continue gazing at Subaru, I have found them. Found them? Rem, were you looking for someone?
Who is it?
Yes. Rem can see right through Subaru's plans.
I should close
wow. So reliable. So, who did you find?
I need to close my window because I'm gonna be screaming a lot probably. Don't need to scare the neighbor children. Caught your ass in 4K. A 4K screenshot of a text. Good job.
There, at the table in the back.
Gotta get that Arial font in glorious 4,000 pixels.
In the back? Good evening. May we sit here too?
Pick of Mia's fluffy ass is so familiar. Maybe like 37 cents.
Oh my. What an unexpected visitor.
Miss Amelia, it has been quite some time.
Yes, it has
Sorry,
been a while,
Julius, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Anastasia as well. I'm sorry for my sudden intrusion.
It's fine, it's fine. So, you were called here too, Amelia?
Yes, Tails, everyone. All the royal candidates were.
Yes. I received a letter from Subaru and Rem regarding the postponement of the royal selection.
The only thing I can hear when Anastasia talks is Tails. I could have sworn that this voice actress has played Tails at some point. Hey Jacob, how's it going? This is going pretty well. I answered your question with the question.
Yo, Anastasia! Great night to share a table.
Excuse us.
I expected Natsuki and Rem to be with you. Still though, what kind of greeting is that?
Boy, am I glad you happen to be here. I know you come here for lunch, but I didn't know if you came for dinner too.
I don't normally frequent this place so often, but Mimi and the others keep talking it up, and Julius was getting all pouty overhearing them.
Miss Anastasia, using such an expression will only give rise to misunderstandings. I simply thought that a tavern that Mimi and the others know, and one within the royal capital no less, could pose a safety issue if I'm not also aware of it.
Good cover, Julius. You just wanted a burger.
You're making a lot
Admit
of excuses trying to cover the fact that you actually just don't like being left out, aren't you?
Again, that explanation only causes misunderstandings.
Really? You're so cute, Julius.
Look at you, getting compliments from Mealy. You think you're so cute with that face, huh?
You have a problem with my face? What exactly do you expect me to do about it?
Go into the corner, roll up into a ball, and cover your eyes and ears.
But then I wouldn't be able to fulfill my duties as a knight. While my most trusted would certainly have my back, you are unfortunately not among them.
Ooh, straight to the
That's
heart.
fine. I don't see myself getting along with you anyway.
What's going on, you two? You seem to be hitting it off.
Everyone. Are they really?
Subaru, stop that. Don't snap at Julius like that.
Don't try to stop me, Mealy. This is a man's fight, and I ain't backing down.
Julius isn't really fighting though. Subaru, you're the only one. This is a one-man comedy show going on right
Also,
now.
keep some more distance from that guy. If he gets the chance, he'll slobber all over that cute little hand of yours, Mealy.
I see. It appears you are trying to insult me. In that case, I am prepared to put my honor on the line and request a duel in order to clear my name.
I see. It appears you are trying to insult me. Purple hair baddie. He's not. He's really not. Julius is just doing his job, and Subaru is such a possessive asshole, he doesn't realize it.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. You wanna fight me? Don't try it. It would be like a bully picking on a weakling.
Yes, Julius would kick your ass. Julius would kick your ass. He has before.
Huh. So you have that much confidence in your ability.
You're the one who's gonna be bathing in the blood of your enemies you regret beating me up.
So that's what you meant.
Well, at least he realized he would get his ass kicked.
If you wish to fight Subaru, Rem will fight in his place. While I doubt I could win against Sir Julius the Finest, I can at least return his blows.
I ain't gay, I'm talking about purple hair girl. Yeah, sure you are. You should be more clear, cause like everyone, almost everyone except for Subaru has purple hair in this scene. Purple or blue, so yeah.
If something ever happens to Rem, I won't just sit by and remain silent.
Huh?
He turns.
Is that only if something
he
happens
turned
to
his
Rem?
clothes.
What about me, Mealy?
Yeah, I don't know. I think could Julius beat Rem in her demon mode? I wonder. I said I ain't gay before. Yeah, it's taking a shot out of context. That's my best ability. I think Julius could beat Rem. I think Rem has Julius beat in raw power, but Julius has better technique. Rem is best against unskilled opponents.
You should properly repent for your actions. Go on now, apologize to Julius.
Damn you, Julius.
Damn you!
Have I
Con!
If I were at fault, I would certainly apologize.
Oh, good grief. What's with you two? Are you
At
trying to
least
make me
Anastasia's
die of
having
laughter
fun with
here?
this.
Oh, is that the plan then? You eliminate me from the royal selection, then reap the rewards?
With this two-bit Tsukomi bokeh thing you got going on.
Oh my, oh my. You're a naughty girl, Amelia. hiding such devious plans underneath that innocent face of yours.
What? You misunderstand. I only wanted to get along with you.
Oh, Mealy, she's just kidding around. It's her own style of joking.
Huh? Really?
Of course. But couldn't you let me lead her on a little more before revealing that, Natsuki?
Sorry, Anastasia. I'm Mealy's loyal servant. I always act with Mealy in mind.
That's not true. At this point in the story, you act with only yourself in mind. But you haven't reached that part of your character arc yet, so let's not talk about it.
A fine way of thinking. It seems even you understand chivalry.
I wasn't talking to
Not
you.
really. Not yet.
What?
What? Julius is just doing his job, dude.
Quit making me laugh so much. Oh my.
Give him a break,
I
Subaru.
feel better after what happened today.
What happened?
Well, I suppose I could tell you. I'm sure you'll be told eventually anyway.
Subaru doesn't understand a foot yet.
We were called to the royal castle today by the Council of Wise Men.
Council of
Could that
Wise
be-
Men.
It's similar to what Cruce said, right?
Oh, so you already heard about it? Sheesh. Crochet can be kind of...
Subaru is still beating
a bit
Julius.
too broad-minded at times.
Julius is Julius is just over here sulking. It's like, why is this douchebag insulting me all the time? I'm just trying to protect my princess. Like, dude.
Well, I guess there's no sense hiding it then. But being interrogated one after the other, it's an unpleasant method to get information out of us.
Physically kicks his ass.
I understand what they're trying to do, though, so I didn't dare say anything uncouth in return.
Emotionally not as strong. Yeah, no one is ever really prepared for Subaru. Subaru has said on many occasions that he has a talent for getting under people's skin and on their nerves. And that is very true.
So the Council of Wise Men is working hard to expose the imposter.
The kingdom's future is on the line, after all. It's only reasonable they would be involved.
Taking the opponent's side again? Just who are you more loyal to?
I am loyal to securing the future of the kingdom, and to you, Miss Anastasia.
My, you're quite skilled at evading the question. In that case, you'll just need to work harder so I come out on top.
You two get along really well.
That's right. We're quite close with one another. But doesn't the same go for you and Natsuki?
Did she have to say it like that? We're quite close with one another. Hey, come, what exactly is going on between you and Julius, Anastasia? Please inform the class.
Oh, Subaru isn't actually my servant or anything like that.
Mealy's demoted me again.
I always say that. You're employed by Roswell, so you aren't my personal attendant.
All right.
Cut to the curb.
That sounds pretty complicated.
Subaru is a complicated individual. It is what makes him so wonderful.
Listening to Rem makes me think you really are a wonderful person, Natsuki. How awful.
Yes, he is awe-inspiring.
That just went straight over Ram. How do you rank the knights and the reasons why? Well, as for the knights that are tasked with protecting, the royal selection candidates, you have Subaru, of course, the unofficial knight. Then you have Ferris, who is protecting Krush. You have Tiga, who's protecting Melty. You have Reinhardt, who's protecting Felt. You have Julius protecting Anastasia, and you have Al, who is protecting Priscilla. How would I rank them? That's a really difficult question. Cause they're all pretty wonderful in their own way. But as for my personal favorite, jeez, even that's difficult. I can tell you who my top 3 would be. So my top 3 would be Reinhard, Ferris, and Al. But Al would be in the same position as Reinhard and Ferris. Julius I like a little bit less. Tiga I don't really know enough about because he's just been in this game, he's not in the main story. I feel like I'm forgetting somebody though. Then of course Subaru, he's the main character. I don't really feel right ranking him. But yeah, all together it would be Al, Reinhard, and Ferris who are all my favorites. Like in that top 3 position. It's really hard to pick between the 3 of them. But how does Subaru fight anyway? Is he getting sword training? Is he any good at magic? Subaru's only real remarkable ability is his ability to return by death. He does not have any other special magic abilities. The only other magic that he has is called Shamak, which is a very low-ranking dark magic ability that is basically like a smoke screen that shrouds, that blocks eyesight and hearing. That's really the only thing that he has, but Shamak is a very, very low-ranking magic ability that anyone with any amount of skill can counter. So it's not really worth talking about. Although it has saved his life on a couple of occasions. And as far as sword training goes, he gets a little bit of sword training from Wilhelm at some point in the story, but it doesn't really go anywhere. The only thing he really learns how to do is how to roll after getting his ass knocked on the ground. That's basically it.
I feel like you both mean different things here.
Anyway, why did you come here, Miss Amelia? This is the sort of establishment someone of your stature wouldn't simply drop by. Has something happened?
Also, so as far as Subaru's physical ability goes, he's actually kind of strong, and he does know some martial arts, but he's only like physically strong and good at martial arts as far as people in our world are concerned. In this world of sword play and magic and demi-humans and that kind of stuff and spirits and whatnot, he's not that remarkable. But for a normal human in our world, he's actually quite athletic.
Oh, we were just stopping by for dinner. Is that weird?
Well, I also agree that eating at cheap restaurants doesn't suit Mealy. But I'd say the same thing to you guys.
In the first place, it's strange for royal candidates and their knights to frequent normal taverns around the city.
Subaru, is something wrong?
Anastasia likes this establishment because taverns are a good place to hear gossip. and there's nothing more valuable than gossip to a merchant. Besides money, of course, but that's like the... Gossip is like the second most important thing. Gossip can't get you money.
No, it's just that, including you, Rem, this group really increases the ratio of beautiful people here. Even if we're not trying to stand out, it's hard not to.
If you think so, then you just sit down and order something. Why are you standing there and talking to us?
You're right. Mind if we shared this table then?
Isn't it a little late to ask that?
Right. Thanks. Mealy,
So they've really
come
just
sit
been
next to me.
standing there in front of her table, like not ordering anything. There's nothing more suspicious than that.
Yes, thank you.
What?
I am remaining silent. If I were to speak my mind right now, it would only irritate you.
My God, Subaru, leave this poor dude
Well,
alone.
you might as well go ahead and spit it out.
It's customary to draw the chair for a person of higher rank, so I'm merely confused about your rank.
Shut up.
But you asked me.
Julius is just trying to be polite. For fuck's sake.
Anyway, back to what Julius asked earlier. What did you really come here for?
Huh? I just said we wanted to eat.
Well, the jig is up, so no use in hiding it anymore. We came to see you,
Subaru has
Anastasia.
won.
It was a gamble whether you'd actually be here, though.
Really? Is that what you meant about it being a chance encounter? You could have just said so.
I just didn't want you to be disappointed if she wasn't here, Mealy. It'd suck if you were let down because of that.
I wouldn't get mad over something like that. But I do appreciate the consideration. Thanks to you, Anastasia and I are able to talk like this.
Well, if we're just going to chat over a meal, you can count me in anytime.
Did she really voice Tails? Let me look this up right quick. Look at the English VAs. If this is the same VA as in the English dub of the anime, then it won't be that much of a problem. Let's see. Cassandra Lee Morris. Oh. She was Futaba in Persona 5. Wait, no, not Futaba. No. She was Morgana. Oh. That's why she sounds so familiar. She was Morgana. No fucking wonder. She was Izumi Kota in My Hero Academia. I don't remember who that character was. She's been in a lot of shit. She was in Persona 3 too. Jesus Christ. She was in Skullgirls too. Kaon. Chaotic. Remember Chaotic? Toradora. Oh, she was Taiga. Holy fuck. Okay, but that's what I remember her from. Morgana, Persona 5. Okay. Now I have a face to place with this voice.
However, should you have any other reason to chat, I'd like to know in advance so I can prepare.
Prepare?
That's not like you, Anastasia. Aren't you the type of person who has multiple contingency plans in case anything happens? Someone who expects the unexpected?
I'm honored you think so highly of me, and I certainly won't deny that. But I'd never want to face anything head-on without being fully prepared. That would be less than ideal. Even I get nervous when someone appears out of nowhere and wishes to talk to me.
You really talk yourself up. You're a real character, Anastasia.
I don't wish to put you on the spot, so I'll speak openly. I don't want us royal candidates to become suspicious of each other, or antagonize one another. If possible, I'd like...
You want to be on good terms with me as well.
Whoops.
Is that what you are requesting?
I have an itchy trigger finger.
Is that not possible?
So you're that kind of person, are you? You're pretty shifty.
Huh?
I thought you would be more aggressive in using your charm and gentle demeanor, but it seems I was wrong.
You're talking about her like she's a succubus. I mean, a succubus melee would be pretty amazing. Wait, no, that wouldn't be so bad. Not bad at all.
Keep it in your pants, Subaru.
What are you going on about now?
Well, Amelia, Subaru is talking about the possibility of you being a sex demon.
In other words, Miss Amelia is asking for our cooperation. Besides, you wish for an alliance with Miss Anastasia, yes?
If that means we can have better relations, yes.
You really are a troublesome girl.
Anastasia narrows her eyes, staring straight back at Amelia. What kind of thoughts could be swirling around that head of hers?
It's not that bad a suggestion. After all, you don't think Mealy is the fake candidate, right?
That's right. I can admit to that.
Then let's think positively about this. We don't believe you're the mastermind behind the scheme to disrupt the royal selection either.
And why is that?
Huh?
What leads you and Amelia to believe that I'm not the imposter?
Simply put, it's because she and I were attacked by Wolf in another loop. But that happened in a time that no longer exists here, so I can't use that to explain why I think she's the real deal. In the end...
Intuition.
Subaru, that's stretching it much too far.
Quiet, you! Intuition is intuition. It just came to me. I knew at first glance that she could be trusted. That's all there is to it.
And going back to the knights thing, there are even the knights that aren't, like, protecting... that aren't, like, directly protecting royal candidates. Like Wilhelm. Like, Ferris is Crucia's official knight, but then she also has Wilhelm, too. Wilhelm is also awesome, but he's not technically Crucia's knight. He's more like... it's complicated.
So forceful. A bold statement relying on one's intuition. Subaru is very decisive. Rem is quite impressed.
You would be impressed by anything Subaru does, Ram.
Anastasia? If you could accept that as our answer, then...
Uh-oh, she's vibrating.
Miss Anastasia?
Oh, you're too funny, Natsuki. So, in the end, you rely on your intuition. Everything up to that point was so well thought out, so the sudden shift to something so illogical was pretty shifty.
Shifty? Did you hear that? She called you Shifty too, Subaru.
You look so cute finding out how similar we are, Mealy. EMA.
Oh, that was a riot. But intuition is fine. In the end, I also rely on mine when I make important decisions.
So, what does your intuition say now? About joining forces with us? With Mealy?
I said so earlier, but I don't suspect Amelia of being the imposter. So I think there's some value cooperating with each other.
Really?
Now, don't get ahead of yourself. I'm simply saying it's worth consideration. Our opponent is a fake royal candidate, a dangerous enemy aiming to disrupt the royal selection. Solidarity is pretty important to have here. However,
Anastasia cuts herself off, holding a firm stare at Amelia. She's clearly hesitant, even if she doesn't put it into words. I immediately understand why she's so reluctant to join hands with Amelia, the existence of the witch cult. They'll make their move once it's known to the public that Amelia is participating in the royal selection. It won't just be the manor in harm's way, but the royal capital too. Forming an alliance means our allies will potentially be put in danger too. You know, it's so weird, like living in our modern society. But the fact that Amelia is participating in the royal selection isn't like widely known yet. I mean, people know that Crucia is just because she's already a famous person in the capital, and they probably know that Anastasia is too. But when people like Feld and Amelia, the fact that they're participating isn't well known. Like no one really knows about it yet. No one that isn't like a knight or a part of the royal court. It's so weird thinking about, but that's the case. It's hard imagining that secrets like that are able to be kept. The dangerous ideas of witch cult have for half-elves were an unchanging thing in this world.
Just a little more.
Rem?
Miss Anastasia may consider the proposal if she were to be given the right incentive. However, what could...
We have to present her with something valuable.
Something valuable. It has to be something valuable enough to equal the threat of being targeted by the witch cult. If I can make that
Anastasia, just between us, I've got a plan that could make you even richer than you already are.
Holy shit. Is it mayonnaise? Please don't let it be mayonnaise. Every time a person from modern Japan gets isekai'd, they always invent mayonnaise. Please don't let it be mayonnaise. For fuck's sake.
you're quite the comedian. What's this all of a sudden? Do you think sweet talk will win me over?
No. I just thought that the reason you're so hesitant to join us is because you're calculating the risks versus the rewards, right? I figured I should appeal to that.
Miss Anastasia is an experienced chairwoman. Do you really think you could interest her in some scheme of yours?
I do! Well, I can't say that for sure just yet, but at least hear me out. You don't lose out by just listening to what I have to say, right?
It's not like I don't get a lot of sales pitches like this. And besides, this is between Natsuki and me. I'll at least lend you an ear.
They invent mayonnaise? Seriously? Yes, it happens a lot. Whenever they get sent to a world that's in a time period that's before ours, 9 times out of 10 they invent mayonnaise. Like it's actually like a very annoying trope.
Hey, Subaru, are you sure you should be doing this?
Don't worry, Mealy. Between the radio calisthenics and the mayonnaise, I'm sure I can convince her somehow.
What did I say? The fuck did I say?
It's true.
God damn it,
We'd have
Subaru.
mayonnaise if it weren't for you telling us about it in the first place. Okay, I understand.
Man, mayo is a pretty big part of the trust toward me, huh? But anyway, here's what I was thinking. This evening, I was planning on unveiling something. I call it a lottery.
Oh, this shit. Gambling! It makes me ill if there's even a little too much. Do Japanese people really love mayonnaise? Well, it's not really just Japanese people. Like the entire world loves mayonnaise. It's definitely not just a Japanese thing. Cause like you need to think about like how many of our sauces in our modern world have mayonnaise as a base. Like you make ranch with mayonnaise, you make hollandaise sauce with mayonnaise, like you make Thousand Island with mayonnaise. There's so many things that are made with mayonnaise. Like it's a big part of the entire world's food culture. Lotteries have received well in other worlds. I'm confident in that based on my experience in the first loop. The leader of the merchants seemed to take quite a liking to it anyway. If that wasn't him just indulging in my idea, then there's a chance Anastasia will bite at this chance, I think they mean. That's just how merchants are after all.
So then, the organizers divvy up the pot among the winners and keep the rest of it as profit. This won't really work without any funds to give out, and you'll need someone trustworthy to pay out the winners. But you fulfill all those conditions, Anastasia. At least I think so. But what about you? Was it worth listening to?
I find it amazing that lotteries haven't been invented yet in this world. Because this is like, what? Maybe around 15th century, I would say? 15th, maybe 14th century Europe? Like, surely there were lotteries then. I mean, fuck, they had stock markets back then. So, I don't see why they wouldn't already have a lottery. So why then is the protagonist inventing mayonnaise such a common trope in isekai? Because at the point that that most isekais begin is usually like in the medieval era, and mayonnaise had yet to be invented. Okay, Google, when was mayonnaise invented?
Here's what I understood from the website Bloomberg.com. Mayonnaise is said to be the invention of the French chef of the Duc de Richelieu in 1756. Do you want a little more context?
Yes.
Mayonnaise is said to be the invention of the French chef of the Duc de Richelieu in 1756. While the Duke was defeating the British at Port Mahon, his chef was creating a victory feast that included a sauce made of cream and eggs.
So yeah, 1756. That's pretty recent, actually. So usually isekai protagonists get sent to a time that's around the medieval era, and mayonnaise hadn't yet been invented yet. So like, hey, let me bring in this delicious condiment into your world, and everyone is always like, oh my god, holy shit, it's amazing. So yeah. That's really why.
Anastasia?
She remained silent for quite some time, making me worry even more if I screwed up somewhere, after a long wait.
Interesting.
Huh?
I've heard of this before. A long time ago. Such an endeavor existed when Hoshin was still alive.
So lotteries did exist.
Hoshin is...
Hoshin of the Wastes was the hero who founded the city-state of Kararagi, as well as the basis for Miss Anastasia's family name.
Yep, that's who we're named after. Anyway, Natsuki, you called this a lottery? I think I've read documents before calling what Hoshin did the same exact thing.
Huh? What?
The documents recounting Hoshin's legacy left behind in Kararagi. While an interesting subject, what's most curious is...
So if this kind of thing invented was already being done, then why isn't anyone doing it now? It's actually a pretty profitable business.
Subaru, how did you learn of this? Moreover, you've passed along this information to Miss Anastasia, who has taken the great hero's name. I can only assume there's some other meaning to all of this.
Uh-oh, are they suspicious now?
Oh, I didn't mean for it to play out like this.
This is bad. I really did screw up. I don't know how, but it's like I've stepped on a landmine. They say some ancient dude thought of the same thing in the past, but how was I supposed to know? I never thought they'd consider this a provocation either. Well then you could just say like, oh, I know about Hoshi of the Waste too. I read some stories of Kararagi, you know?
I apologize if we said anything out of place.
Miss Amelia.
But I can assure you that Subaru does not harbor any ill intent. He always does his utmost. So I apologize if there are any misunderstandings.
I'm very sorry that my manservant fucked this up.
Please, forgive us.
Mealy.
No need to worry. It's true I was surprised, but there'd be no point in provoking me here of all places. I simply see it as an amusing coincidence. However, I commend you for coming across such coincidences.
Miss Anastasia, does that mean...
Natsuki, your lottery idea is a good one. I thank you deeply for sharing it with me. But implementing such a system would still be rather difficult, even for someone like me.
I feel relieved, but surprised that even you would have trouble with it. It might be tough to make happen, but I know you of all people understand that nothing ever comes to fruition so easily.
Of course. I do have the confidence to say that if I started it in Kararagi, it would be received very well. But this is the Kingdom of Lagunica. The Hoshin Company doesn't have a solid foothold here yet. Considering the scale and labor needed to implement it, it's currently no more than a fleeting dream. That's why after Hoshin died, no one has been able to pull it off.
Is it really that difficult to start a lottery? I would think that the biggest issue would be like acquiring the funds for it. But once you got something like that started, it would be simple to just keep it going, I think. Hearing that makes me groan at such a tough prospect. Bringing modern knowledge with me here doesn't always equate to immediate major profit. It just makes me realize how much more history there is here than I've come to realize. At this rate, nothing will happen, but the moment I think that...
Huh? That's...
Alright, that's enough for you. You've had too much for one night.
Whose theme is this?
Please leave me be. I'm totally finished now, for real.
Oh, it's Otto. Could Hoshin be from Earth? Or was it just coincidences that it's the same with the same name? Well, it's possible that Hoshin could be from Earth, because there have been other people that have been isekai to this place, like Al, for instance. But it's never been explained about where Hoshin actually came from. But Anastasia doesn't actually have any blood relation to Hoshin. She just took his last name because she admired his story so much.
Jeez, you're hopeless.
Yeah, that's right. I'm completely hopeless. I used all my money to buy some high-quality oil. I was gonna bring it all to Gusteco and make it big. Well, I was supposed to anyway.
Yeah, heard it all before. The northern border's closed off, right? Tough luck. Why not exchange it all for something more profitable here?
It's not that easy. Besides, I've only got the oil on me. If I take it back, then... everyone will see my blunder. Even if I try to recover a fraction of what I lost out on, they'll just take advantage of me and I'll really be in the red. Oh, I'm done for now. It's too much to handle.
Too much to handle. No one man should have all that power.
If this is the end of the line for me, I'd at least like to have some peace of mind. So give me another.
It's his voice so much whinier in English than it is in Japanese.
You've already had enough to knock out 5 full-grown men. I guess being able to hold down your drinks isn't always a good thing. But here.
Even when I try to drown myself, I can't even get drunk.
He does not look like he can hold his liquor that well, but I guess he can. Also, that's a very irresponsible bartender.
You seem to be in a pretty tough spot. What exactly happened to you?
Huh? What? Me? Nothing! It's just that my entire life is over. Lux abandoned me and now I'm here. Such is the story of my life.
So that's why you're so desperate. Which means you've got nothing left to lose, right?
Huh? What are you trying to say?
Simple, really? We'll save you, and you save us.
Loop 4, day 7. I'm not sure what the plan actually was.
Good morning, Subaru. Did you sleep well?
Morning, Mealy. Yeah, I slept like a log. All my hard work today will open up a path for you after all. I need to give it everything I've got.
I see. That's true. But don't be too reckless. It's better if nothing happens along the way.
Yeah, I know. But
I want to overdo it for Amelia. That's my true
well,
feeling.
she'd just get mad if I said that. So I'll stay quiet for now.
Huh?
Please do not worry, Miss Amelia. No matter what happens, I will not allow a single finger to be laid upon Subaru.
Oh, Rem. Morning.
Yes, good morning. You are as dignified as ever, Subaru.
He's
Am
not.
I guess I'm more composed with my sense of duty.
Huh. Do not get so carried away.
Rom.
Do be moderate, Baruzu. Fools who slacken their resolves are the first to die on the battlefield. Though it is a waste to tell you such things.
Complete opposites, Rim and Ram. Rim only ever says good things about Subaru. Ram only ever says bad things about Subaru. The two of them balance each other out.
What's that supposed to mean? Are you saying I'm constantly slacking? Rom, your comments are...
An exaggeration. If that is what you honestly believe, you are far better off staying at the inn. It would be less of a burden on Rem and I's shoulders.
Well...
Don't worry about it too much, Subaru. Ram is just in a bad mood.
She's always in a bad
She'll
mood.
be away from Roswell since she can't come with us to the Royal Castle.
Miss Amelia.
Don't make such a scary face, Ram. If you're so worried about Subaru, you can just tell him and he'll understand.
Rom, are you really worried about me?
Disgusting.
Disgusting?
That is just Sister's way of expressing her affection, Subaru.
In what kind of primitive culture is disgusting a way of expressing affection?
Just be quiet, Baruzu. Regardless, Miss Amelia, about today's plans.
Yes, I know. Roswell and I were called to the Royal Castle, which means we'll be meeting with the Council of Wise Men.
The Council of Wise Men, huh? Mealy, about that.
Oh, don't think about it too much.
Having Subaru
Hershey
away
and
from Ram would be
Anastasia
more
already
of a
told
waste
me
than
what
having
to
him with her
expect.
to her. Oh yeah, definitely.
I hate being talked down to, but if I know the reason behind it going in, I can bear it.
In fact, I feel worse for the Council of Wise Men, wasting their time trying to hide a plan that we are already aware of.
It's kinda like finding out about a surprise party.
I also see how stupid I was for taking that surprise seriously and getting mad at the Council of Wise Men.
Gotta switch gears here. Do your best, Mealy. I'll do what I can too.
Yes, of course I will. But will the rest of you really be okay? I'm sure there's no need to worry with Ram and Rem by your side, but...
As I said earlier, I will not let anyone harm Subaru in any way. Should anything happen, at least Subaru will be left unscathed.
Talk about a worst-case scenario. It's not good if I'm the only one who survives. We've all gotta make it out alive.
Otherwise, Subaru is gonna kill himself to get the best possible outcome. Today's planning is necessary for all of us to get through this royal selection situation. If someone were to end up a casualty because of it, I'd never be able to live it down. I'd rather die than let that happen.
That'd
See?
be really terrifying. So please, stay safe, Rem.
What if Rem and Ram fought Wolf together? That could work. Even though Ram is significantly less strong than Rem, that could work. So long as they're all aware of Wolf's tricks.
Yes, I shall do my best. If you are so worried about me, Subaru.
Because the toughest part would be having him not get away.
Of course I am. Same goes for Rom Rom. Don't do anything reckless.
Pervert.
What's so obscene about that?
It seems you three really will be fine on your own. Then...
Good morning. Is this where Miss Amelia is lodging?
Melty? The fuck are you doing here?
We have a visitor?
And that voice just now.
Miss Amelia. Good morning.
Weaker? So Rem is superior to his sister in many ways then. In every possible metric, Rem is superior to her older sister. When you start watching the anime, you'll see why, Corvus.
Melty?